everybody, Hishitori is here and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I last done a how-to video of actually like showing and telling. I was looking back the other day at my how-to video. So the last one I was looking at was like how to draw a thick girls one. And I was like, yo, I was cooking with this how-to. I have to do it again. And I remember what I said in that video saying that I was going to make a male version. And I am so sorry that it's been so long since I was supposed to do that. So for today's video, I am going to show you how to draw thick or chubby men. Gotta show love to the big guys too, you know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys remember, we did a bean method for like with the thick girls. So now we're going to do it for the guys, but this time it's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it. So yeah, let's get right into it. So we kind of have like the same thing going on to where it's like we're drawing the beans. Y'all, so it's like I'm doing it like a little disco, like one of those turntables when I'm trying to draw this circle. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, give me a second, let me go ahead and draw this in. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said in all my recent videos or my recent how-tos, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a sketch out of how we're going to do it. So yeah, we have our base here. Ooh, my line's kind of crooked. Hold on, let me straighten that out. Yeah, so we have our base right here. Just like how it was for the females. So for the males, like I said, it's going to be a little bit different. So if you guys remember, you know, draw the chest right here. That line is not straight. I will draw the chest right here. Yeah, drawing that chest outline right there. And you know, I go in with like the little muffin top hip dips, and then like the stomach and everything right here. But since this is a male, it's going to be a little bit different. So this is how we're going to do it. From the images that I've been looking at and that I've been seeing, so most of the bottom circle is going to be where the stomach is and how the stomach is going to be shaped out. As for the top part, we're actually going to do like a little curve right here. This is going to be like the top part. Sometimes you don't have to connect and draw right on top of the circle. You kind of want to go around it, just like how we did the females. So for the guys, this part down here is going to be the stomach part. So we're going to keep that in shape. We're going to keep that there. And then we're just going to draw right around it. So different from the female, where we, like I said, we had to do like the little side meat here. And then like the muffin top on the side. But this time we're just going straight to where the stomach is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that in. And then for the top part, it's going to be the chest area for the men. And then again, this part right here, like from where the top circle is where we're going to kind of connect it and draw over it and give it some shape. That's for, again, for the chest part. And I'm not going to draw the like the nipple area in, so I'm just gonna leave it blank. I don't want YouTube or anybody to like feel uncomfortable or anything. So I am showing legit respect. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our little shoulder line that I showed you guys back when we did the females. We're gonna do that straight line. This is where it's going to be like the collarbone line. Then we're gonna draw our circles in for the arms or the shoulders. Now for men though, their arms are gonna be like kind of the same, but like a little bit different only because they have more muscle than women do. I'm not gonna draw the arm in all the way, but you will see what I'm talking about. I remember what I said when I did like the females, how we did like the arms and shoulders, how we don't connect this here. But I kind of drew like the arms, the circle for the shoulders a little bit big. So We're connected a little bit, but do remember buff guys and women, their body size are a little bit different. So instead of having to meet like really close to the bone, go around it, because for plus size people, they have more meat surrounding the bone area. You can kind of see the difference versus the other side, like how this circle is like a little bit smaller than the other side. You can see the difference of what I mean about, like, imagine this is the bone of the shoulder. For plus people, the meat is just going around it. And then we're going to add in the belly button. And then some men, some like big plus size men, sometimes will have like those little like ab lines. Just a little bit though. On their stomach. So we're gonna add those little lines in. And then there we go. So that is the upper part of the body. Let me go ahead and draw the neck in as well. For their necks is going to be like a little bit wider though. So always keep that in mind and remember that. Just like how I did it for the plus size women, it's the same for the men. So it's not like a skinny neck. It's more of parentheses. It's like parentheses lines. Like it literally looks like, I can just show you. It look like that, but a little bit shape of straightness in it, but not completely. If you get what I mean. Then again, for the men, for the bottom part of the legs, like we're not going to go into full detail yet. I'll show you guys later on. But instead of it being like curvy, like how it was for women, it's going to be a little bit straight. I'm going to have to draw another one and then make it look like this little square here. So yeah, it did take a little minute to try to like show you guys how to draw like the male part of the upper body. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sketch over this so that way you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so this is the front view of the not curvy, I'm sorry, of the thick men, the thick and chubby men, the ones we like to cuddle with. So now I'm gonna move this over. Now I'm gonna draw a couple of more examples. I'm gonna show like the side view and maybe like 3/4 of a view. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw those shapes in. So in a way, you're still kind of doing like the bean shape method. I forgot to change the colors, so give me a second here. Okay, there we go. I had to do some color changes. Oh crap. I had to do some color changes. So yeah, when drawing the male shape, they're still the same as for women. You do the bean shape method. You're keeping, for the chubby girls and for the chubby guys, you're keeping the shapes together and not separated. Okay, so this side view is going to be a little bit different here. This is like going to be like the back. Now for the male's back is going to be different from females. Like for females, they have like this deep curve and then more lower back, and then you have like the bottom part where the line is for the females end. For the males, it's like for the shape of their back is going to be all the way curved down towards the bottom of the back, the bottom of the back, and then it's going to be like where the rear end is right here. So it's not going to be like deep. It's more like, I don't know how to say this in words, but it's more like this rather than that. So we're gonna go ahead and draw the side view in. And then we're gonna go ahead and draw the chest end right here. And then we're gonna draw in the stomach. So different from the women where they have like this front curve here and then the rest of the stomach right there. The men's stomach is going to be all the way down. I hope this is making sense for you guys. If you are a little bit confused, do let me know down in the comments. I'll probably go more in depth later on in this video. Now I know I didn't say this part yet as far as the tutorial, but to draw in the legs, like the same little circle that you would to shape in the leg. Of course, like the front part is gonna have like the groin area. I'm so nervous to say it. The groin area, but yeah, and then the rest is gonna have like the rest of the leg. So now I'm just going over it, tracing it so that way you guys can see it better. And then again, for when I said in a females video also, when it comes to like bigger guys and bigger girls, when they put on clothes, they would have like extra meat that's not being hugged that would be like sticking out over the clothing. But yeah, not all of the rest of the meat that's outside of it, like outside of underwear or something, would be skin tight. Okay, there you go. That is the side view. So now I'm gonna try and do a 3/4 view. And it's not gonna be, it doesn't have to be like a perfect circle. The front view sometimes, yes, but as far as like the 3/4 view or the side view, it's gonna be like kind of slanted into like a different shape, like an oval or something. Yeah, even when drawing like the stomach in for like the big guys, they're not fully like curve, like again for a woman's stomach. Like woman's stomach probably look like that, something around that. So I'm gonna keep drawing this shape in. I'm gonna use the darker color so you guys can see. But yeah, it's kind of like straight down. And then for the stomach, it's gonna sound a little funny, but it's like a little booty chin. It's not a bad way, it's just the best way I could describe or just give a description of how to draw the men's stomach when it gets towards the end, like where the pants would be. And then for like the back area, it's still kind of like a little curve in the back towards the back of it. You know, you can't see it, you know, it's like a little bit of the little back fat back here. And then it's like another bump where it goes towards the rear end. And then the bottom part is going to be like where the legs and the groin area would be. Okay, now this is like a 3/4 view. So you got the front view, the side view, and the quarter view. 3/4, I said quarter. So yeah, so now we're gonna go on and I'm gonna show you the shapes that you can use when you're looking at like a full body of a chubby male. I got the example of how we're gonna draw the male. Okay, I have to get the photo itself so that way I can show you guys the shapes that you could use when drawing the full body. So to show you that you can still use the beam method, you see that his body is still in the, that is a terrible looking circle. It's still in the inside the shape itself. I'm gonna go ahead and draw the circle in. I feel like I need to make that a little bit bigger. Hold on. Now you got your second circle that's gonna be right at the bottom. I'm gonna make it a big oval. And you got your line down in the middle. Okay, so now you can still see that the two circles for like the beam method that are connected or still within inside the body. Why does this look so crooked? It's so weird. Anyway, so yeah, then we're gonna go in, except for the bottom part, it's gonna be like kind of like a square. I'm gonna add a square instead. For the women, for like the thick women that I did, I still use the circle itself, but like I said, for the men, they are kind of like, they're not fully curvy or round. Sometimes you have like straight box shapes in them as well. So yeah, then you have your box right there, and then you're gonna have the line to divide where the shoulders are gonna be. Then you're gonna draw in your circles for the shoulders. And then for the legs, still gonna kind of, you know, do your little circles for the legs also. So you got that one shape. I guess it's like a cylinder or something. You're gonna draw that for the legs, for the thighs itself. Some men, some plus size men, since they have like more muscle mass than women, sometimes they still have a thigh gap versus women. Because the meat is just everywhere on the women. So sometimes they will have a thigh gap, sometimes they don't. But yeah, for men, since they're more on the muscular side, they would have more thigh gaps at times. Or it's like you still got this opening right here to where the legs are. So then you're gonna draw the calf part. And then the bone for the ankles itself. Y'all, it was an epic fail. I forgot to put my head back down as I was drawing. But yeah, basically I was just finishing up sketching in the rest of the body. So that way you know what shapes to use when drawing the male body. And yeah, and that is the shape. So let me go ahead and take that off. So yeah. So then we're just gonna add, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the details on my own. And then we're going to do like extra examples. Other examples of how I draw like chubby men. Also, I wanted to like add in, as far as the front view, since it's like, you know, for women, you know, they have the breasts and everything. For men, especially the men this size, I think, what's the shape I'm thinking of? Like a trapezoid or something? To also make that easier for you when you draw your shapes in. It looks like a whole trapezoid shape. So like, for when you draw like the men. So yeah, something like that. And then you got the side belly. This like works for like medium size big of men. But yeah, it's something like that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and continue and then we'll move on. But yeah, so this is the male body for the chubby body. For an easier example of that, you could still use the bean method within the shape of the male. But yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and draw some more examples. So that way you guys know that you can still use the bean shape method within those. So I'm gonna pull up some examples of like the images that I'm gonna use, and then I'm just gonna sketch them out, and then you guys will see the process. Now, sometimes, even when drawing the male, like the little rolls I was talking about that women have the most, sometimes the men have it, but only if it's like a slanted pose they have. Because, you know, when you bend your body, you know, the excess of the meat that you have will overlap. That's the only time, that's probably sometimes or most times, only time that you would probably see it on a male also. Versus how with women, you'll probably see it the most. Which is, again, nothing bad or nothing wrong. That's just how the body works sometimes, you know? That's how it works. All right, going back into it. All right, so did all the examples needed. Like I said, you can still do the beam method. The beam method will work. And then for like the bottom part, the legs and everything, do a square shape, kind of like a rectangle. There we go, rectangle. And then you have the two little circles for the legs and stuff. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do an outline, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll wrap it up from here. Okay, there we go. Got all of the male bodies. Hopefully this tutorial helped. If it did, do be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I also do gaming on my channel as well. I think that is it. But yeah, just remember you can still use the bean method for chubby girls and chubby guys. They all work the same, even except with the guys, you know, it's still kind of like a box shape, or I forgot the shape already. But yeah, so yeah, make sure you use those steps. And if it did help, like I said, again, be sure to leave a like, comment. Plan to do more tutorials like this later on down the line. I also might do like some updated ones for like when I drew the females and guys, because those other ones are like kind of trash and they're speed paint. So I need to go ahead and be more descriptive like this. But yeah, I post every Tuesday night and Monday morning. Ooh, wait, what? Tuesday nights and Wednesday mornings, and then Wednesday evenings I stream. I also stream in the evening. But yeah, tongue twister, oh my gosh. But I hope this video helped you guys, and again, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.